राष्ट्रपति भवन के अशोका हॉल से मैं मनीषा दुबे अपने साथी कमेंटेटर सुनीत टंडन के साथ दूरदर्शन की ओर से आपका हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूं। नमस्कार। आज यहां गांधी शांति पुरस्कार समारोह का आयोजन किया गया है। राष्ट्रपति डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम के करकमलों द्वारा इस पुरस्कार को दिया जाएगा। सन 2002 के लिए गांधी शांति पुरस्कार भारतीय विद्या भवन को दिया जाएगा। ये पुरस्कार भारत के पूर्व राष्ट्रपति श्री आर वेंकट रमन द्वारा ग्रहण किया जाएगा, जो भारतीय विद्या भवन के अध्यक्ष हैं। श्री आई.के. गुजराल, श्री आडवाणी जी, आज के इस मौके पर सभी गणमान्य व्यक्ति मौजूद हैं, विदेशी प्रतिनिधि और भारत के गणमान्य व्यक्ति। ऋग्वेद में कहा गया है कि आनो भद्राः क्रतवो यन्तु विश्वतः, यानी हर दिशा से सुविचारों को आने दो। इसी सोच का नाम है, इसी ध्येय का नाम है भारतीय विद्या भवन। गांधी जी के आदर्शों को श्रद्धांजलि के रूप में भारत सरकार ने महात्मा गांधी के 125वें जन्मदिन के अवसर पर 1995 में इस पुरस्कार की शुरुआत की और हर वर्ष ये पुरस्कार अहिंसा और गांधी जी के आदर्शों और मूल्यों के जरिए सामाजिक, आर्थिक और राजनीतिक परिवर्तन लाने में सहयोग देने वाले निजी व्यक्ति और संस्थाओं को दिया जाता है। कांग्रेस की अध्यक्षा श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी और अभी तक जिन लोगों को इस पुरस्कार से नवाजा जा चुका है वो हैं तंजानिया के पूर्व राष्ट्रपति डॉक्टर जूलियस नेरेरे, श्रीलंका में सर्वोदय आंदोलन के प्रवर्तक डॉक्टर ए.टी. अरियातरत्ने, कोढ़ पीड़ितों की सेवा में अपना जीवन समर्पित करने वाले डॉक्टर गेरहर्ड फिशर, रामकृष्ण मिशन कोलकाता बाबा आमटे, डॉक्टर नेल्सन मंडेला और ग्रामीण बैंक बांग्लादेश तथा मिस्टर जॉन ह्यूम जैसे विशिष्ट व्यक्तियों और संगठनों को यह पुरस्कार दिया जा चुका है। ये अशोका हॉल बहुत ही भव्य है। ऊपर जगमगाते ये रोशन बल्ब हमेशा से इसकी शान रहे हैं। ऊपर इसकी छत पर बहुत ही खूबसूरत पेंटिंग की गई है, बहुत ही खूबसूरत तस्वीरों को बनाया गया है, जिसमें भारत की संस्कृति को, इतिहास को साफ तौर पर देखा जा सकता है। और अब सुनीत।
Thank you very much indeed, Manisha. Yes, we are gathered here at Rashtrapati Bhavan. This is the Ashok Hall, a historic hall within the precincts of the Presidential Palace, where we can see Mr. R. Venkatraman, former president who has lived in the precincts here. He's arrived here to receive the Gandhi Peace Prize on behalf of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, of which he is the president. With him, Mr. Jagmohan, the Minister for Tourism and Culture. A distinguished gathering here. Deputy Prime Minister Mr. L.K. Advani, former Prime Minister Mr. I.K. Gujaral and several other dignitaries have already assembled. The Gandhi Peace Prize was instituted by the Government of India in 1995 to commemorate the 125th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Incidentally, it was on the same day that the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan launched its headquarters in Mumbai, the Sarv Dharm Maitri Pratishthan Interfaith Harmony Foundation. The Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan was conceived and founded by a dynamic and forward-looking Gandhian, Dr. K.M. Munshi. Dr. Munshi was a multifaceted personality, a lawyer by vocation, a literateur in Gujarati and English by choice. Dr. Munshi was a social worker, a freedom fighter, an educationist, a philosopher, a historian, a constitution pundit, an administrator, a statesman, and a connoisseur of the arts. A wonder person, as he was described by Rajaji. Dr. Munshi was inspired by the ideals of Gandhiji, and he started the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in 1938 with the blessings of Mahatma Gandhi. Thus, the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is an offshoot of the freedom movement. So it's only fitting that it receives today the Gandhi Peace Prize. This prize is decided by a jury presided over by the Prime Minister, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, the Chief Justice of India, Mr. V.N. Khare, the former President of India, Mr. R. Venkatraman, and the former Prime Minister, Mr. I.K. Gujaral, as well as Mr. Jagmohan, the Union Minister for Culture. The award secretariat is provided by the Department of Culture in the Ministry of Tourism and Culture. These are the beautiful paintings you can see on the walls of the Ashok Hall. Hunting scenes in a Persian Indian style with inscriptions in Persian. Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee has arrived, greeting the distinguished gathering here. Mr. Jagmohan, the Minister of Tourism and Culture, his ministry is the ministry which administers the award. And Mr. R. Venkataraman, former President of India, coming back to Rashtrapati Bhavan, now as President of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, to receive the Gandhi Peace Prize which has been instituted since 1995. The prize has been given annually since 1995, and in the past it has gone to Dr. Julius Nyerere, former President of Tanzania, Dr. A.T. Ariyaratne, founder President of the Sarvodaya Shramdan movement in Sri Lanka, to Dr. Gerhard Fischer, former Ambassador of Germany and India, and various other distinguished persons and institutions. And now, the President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, arriving in the Ashok Hall. This will be followed by the national anthem and the ceremony presenting the Gandhi Peace Prize to the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan.
Namaskar. On behalf of Department of Culture, Ministry of Tourism and Culture, Government of India, I welcome you to this ceremony to confer the Gandhi Peace Prize 2002. The prize will be conferred by the Honorable President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Mahatma Gandhi is universally recognized as a towering apostle of peace, non-violence, freedom and tolerance in history. Someone who is needed today as much as he was during his own times. To suitably acknowledge the contribution that the Gandhian approach is making at the global level to peace and harmony, the Government of India launched the Gandhi Peace Prize for social, economic and political transformation through non-violence and other Gandhian methods. Instituted in 1995 on the occasion of the 125th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, as an annual award, it is the highest award given by the Government of India in any field. In today's ceremony, the Gandhi Peace Prize 2002 will be conferred on Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for its significant contribution towards spread of education, integration of the best of ancient and modern values, and promotion of peace and harmony among the faiths and communities. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is not merely an organization. Over the past 6 decades, it's evolved into an intellectual, cultural and educational movement. I invite the Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Shri Jagmohan, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Respected Rashtrapati Ji, respected Pradhan Mantri Ji, respected R. Venkataraman Ji, respected Shri I.K. Gujral Ji, respected Shrimati Sonia Gandhi Ji, distinguished guests, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is a matter of great honor for me to have this opportunity of welcoming you all on behalf of the Government of India and on my behalf to this function to confer the Gandhi Peace Prize to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. The Gandhi Peace Prize is given every year in recognition of the contribution made by individuals or institutions who have brought about social, economic and political transformation through Gandhian means. The prize carries an amount of rupees 10 million in cash, a plaque, a citation. Beginning from 1995, the award has been conferred on such great leaders, humanists and visionaries as Dr. Julius Nyerere, Dr. A.T.R. Ratne, Dr. Gerhard Fischer, Baba Amte, Dr. Nelson Mandela and Mr. John Hume. The two organizations which have won this prize in the previous years are Ramakrishna Mission of India and Grameen Bank of Bangladesh. The prize for the year 2000 has been awarded to Bharati Vidya Bhavan. It was a unanimous choice of a jury comprising Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Prime Minister of India, Mr. Justice V.N. Khare, Chief Justice of India, and Shri I.K. Gujral, former Prime Minister of India. Louis Fisher called Gandhiji a unique person, a great person, perhaps the greatest figure of the last 1900 years. Once, in response to a question asked by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, Mahatma Gandhi said, "Of late, instead of saying God is truth, I have been saying truth is God. Denial of truth we have not known. We are all sparks of truth. The sum total of these sparks is indescribable as yet unknown truth. Realization of truth is impossible without a complete merging of oneself in an identification with this limitless ocean of life. Therefore, for me, there is no escape from social service. There is no happiness on earth beyond or apart from it." This remarkable idea of Gandhiji has served as a guiding star for Bharati Vidya Bhavan, which was established by K. Munshiji in 1938 with the blessing of Gandhiji. The Bhavan, through its numerous institutions, publications and other activities, has not only made a lasting contribution in elevating the mindscape of India, but also propagated the Gandhian message of love, peace, tolerance and universal brotherhood all over the world. I warmly congratulate the Bharati Vidya Bhavan and extend it to my warm good wishes for attaining still greater heights in its noble mission. With these words, I once again extend a warm welcome to you all. Your august presence has provided an added luster to this function. I thank you all. Thank you.
I now request the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, to address this gathering.
महामहिम राष्ट्रपति जी, आदरणीय श्री वेंकटरमन जी, मेरे सहयोगी श्री जगमोहन जी, देवियों और सज्जनों, आज होली का पावन त्योहार है। मैं सबको बधाई देना चाहता हूं। होलिका दहन किस दिन किया जाए, इस बारे में मतभेद हो सकता है, लेकिन इस बारे में कोई मतभेद नहीं है कि नई फसल आ रही है, फागुन का महीना है और राग रंग और रस की ऐसी धारा बहने वाली है जिसका हम केवल स्वागत ही कर सकते हैं। कैसे संयोग की बात है कि जब राष्ट्रपति भवन में हम गांधी शांति पुरस्कार की चर्चा कर रहे, उस समय यूरोप में दुनिया युद्ध के कगार पर खड़ी है। अल्टीमेटम दिए जा रहे हैं, देश निकाले हो रहे हैं। अभी भी हमें आशा करनी चाहिए कि शांति के प्रहलाद की विजय होगी और हिंसा की होलिका का दहन होगा। यह पुरस्कार आमतौर पर व्यक्तियों को दिया जाता है, लेकिन हमने संस्थाओं को भी इससे अलंकृत किया है। इस बार यह पुरस्कार भारतीय विद्या भवन को दिया जा रहा है। भारतीय विद्या भवन ने संस्कृति की, साहित्य की, समाज की जो सेवाएं की हैं, उनका उल्लेख करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। सारे विश्व में भिन्न भिन्न भाषाओं में भारतीयता के संदेश को पहुंचाने में और सत्य साहित्य का प्रचार करने में विद्या भवन ने जो योगदान दिया है वो बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण है। मैं विद्या भवन को इसके लिए बधाई देना चाहता हूं, उनका अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं और मुझे विश्वास है कि गांधी शांति पुरस्कार इसी तरह लोगों को आकृष्ट करता रहेगा और उनका साधुवाद ग्रहण करता रहेगा। धन्यवाद।
I invite Shri Dhanendra Kumar, Secretary, Department of Culture, to read out the citation for the Gandhi Peace Prize 2002.
Mahatma Gandhi is universally acknowledged as Yug Purush, the man of the millennium. He was a phenomenon of the modern era. He represented the distilled culture of India. He stood for truth and non-violence in thought and action. The present tendency to globalize human activity in the wake of communication revolution and instant transmission of information renders earlier concepts of national rivalries and antagonism untenable. Our ancient scripture, Rig Veda, has said that the world is a family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and Gandhiji strove hard to inculcate that idea among all the people, irrespective of creed, religion, ethnic or other differences. This year's Gandhi Peace Prize is being awarded to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for its significant contribution towards spread of education, integration of the best of ancient and modern values, and promotion of peace and harmony among all faiths and communities. Established in the year 1938 by Dr. K. M. Munshi with the blessings of Mahatma Gandhi and with the support of several stalwarts of India's freedom movement, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has steadily risen to its present stature and grown into not only a significant national but also an international organization. Over the past 6 decades, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has evolved into a movement, intellectual, cultural and educational. The Bhavan has come to be recognized as a fountain of activities in the literary, educational, ethical, cultural and spiritual life of India. Currently, with its over 100 centers in India, 7 overseas centers, a large number of schools and job-oriented courses and professional colleges, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has been making a significant contribution to elevate the people mentally, morally, and spiritually. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan brings out a vast range of publications on philosophy, Indology, scriptures, modern life and Gandhian thinking. These and its journals in English, Hindi and Gujarati are devoted to life, literature, culture and promotion of interfaith harmony. Through its Gandhi Center for Science and Human Values, it has taken up the exemplary task of publishing small books at affordable prices on issues relating to the development of human values. Through its Gandhi Institute of Computer Education and Information Technology, it imparts free computer education to educated unemployed youth belonging to the weaker sections of society. To commemorate the 125th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, the same year when the Gandhi Peace Prize was instituted, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan established Sadachar Bharati for promotion of values and purity in public life and rural regeneration. In order to promote communal harmony, the Bhavan also organizes Sarva Dharma Maitri programs and prayers. Gandhiji has said that science without spiritual values would result in ruination, and science with spiritual values would lead to total welfare of all and to non-exploitative use of nature. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is contributing to this desired synthesis of science and spirituality. In the present era, it is important to acquaint the youth with the philosophy and ideals of Mahatma Gandhi so that they may imbibe the values inherent in these ideals in their formative years. By honoring Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan with the Gandhi Peace Prize, the commitment to follow the ideals of Mahatma Gandhi for achievement of global peace is reiterated. Thank you.
I request the Honorable President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, to now confer the Gandhi Peace Prize 2002 on Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. The prize is being received by Shri R. Venkatraman, President Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Worldwide, our former President of India. I request respected Rashtrapati Ji, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, to address us on this occasion.
Good morning to all of you. What a distinguished gathering on the distinguished occasion. I heard our Honorable Prime Minister's speech, the poetic tribute to Mahatma Gandhi and the poetic tribute to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. If I speak in Tamil, probably I can go too near our Prime Minister because of poetic. Friends, I am indeed delighted to present Gandhi Peace Prize for the year 2002 to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for its significant contribution towards spread of education, integration of the best of ancient and modern values, and promotion of peace and harmony among the all faiths and communities. I congratulate Bharat Vidya Bhavan for its excellent service to the humanity. I consider awarding Gandhi Peace Prize every year is an important mission with reverence because it celebrates the great leader who walked in this planet in the 20th century as a millennium leader. India is indeed fortunate and proud to have Mahatma Gandhi as a father of the nation who was responsible for getting freedom by his writings and action and above all his nobility. When I talk about this great leader with nobility, I would like to go back to my school days at Rameshwaram. I would like to narrate one incident to you which fascinated and shaped me when I was a young boy. On 15th August 1947, my high school teacher, Reverend Father Ayathray Solomon, took me to hear the Midnight Freedom speech of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. We were all thrilled when Pandit Ji spoke that the mission was achieved. On the next day, that is on 16th August 1947, I had a great experience, an experience of best of education I can think of. In a Tamil newspaper, on the front page, two news items appeared. One item was India achieving freedom and Panditji's speech. The other news item, and the most important one, which has been embedded in my memory, is about Mahatma Gandhiji walking barefoot in a town in Bengal, removing the pain of the riot-affected families. Normally, as a father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi has to be the first to unfurl the national flag on August 15th, 1947 in Red Fort. But he was not there at the Red Fort. Instead of, he was at Navakali. Mahatma Gandhi was an embodiment of nobility, elevated thinking, and concern for human beings, and he was there where there was pain. What an everlasting positive impact of the ideal leadership of qualities in the mind of a schoolboy. When I remember Mahatma Gandhiji, a leader with nobility, it is our fortune to have Bharat Vidya Bhavan established in the year 1938 by Dr. K. M. Munshi. Bharat Vidya Bhavan has grown from strength to strength with its centers spread not only within India but also abroad. It has stood steadfast to its ideal of integration of Indian culture by harmonizing the best of the past with the best of the best in the present, to bestow the present and coming generation the best for the future. Bharat Vidya Bhavan's great service in propagating the message of Gandhiji on ahimsa, compassion and tolerance and peaceful living with multiculture is commendable. Its significant contribution in the spread of education and promotion of cultural values, peace and harmony among all religions and communities on the footstep of Mahatma Gandhi is well known. The contribution made by Bharat Vidya Bhavan towards spread of education and promotion of cultural values in today's strife-torn world summed up in the invocation made by Sardar Patel. Quote, "May the Bhavan become the nursery of torch-bearers of a composite civilization, taking pride in all that is best in the past, imbibing all that is noble in the present, shedding light and glory wherever they go, molding the life and destiny of a great nation." Unquote. Yesterday, I was reading a Sufi poetess, Rabia. She says, quote, "Almighty, if I worship thee in fear of hell, burn me in hell, and if I worship thee in hope of paradise, exclude me from the paradise. But if I worship thee for thine own sake, withhold not thine everlasting beauty." I was searching what is the significance of everlasting beauty. What is the everlasting beauty in human life? particularly in the life of a nation like ours? I get an answer. Everlasting beauty is nothing but integration of multi-cultures, multi-philosophies with tolerance leading to great civilization heritage. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is one such institution spreading the message and spreading that everlasting beauty. My greetings to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for their intellectual, cultural and education mission and leading to civilizational heritage. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
I request Sri R. Venkatraman, President Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan worldwide, to give the acceptance speech on behalf of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, having received the Gandhi Peace Prize 2002.
Esteemed Mr. President, esteemed Prime Minister, esteemed Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Minister for Culture and Tourism, Honorable Ministers of the Council of Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, eminent members of the jury, the Vice President of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Sri Praveen Chandra Gandhi and Dr. P.C. Alexander, and the members of the executive gathered here, distinguished invitees and friends. As the President of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, it's my privilege to receive the prestigious Gandhi Peace Prize on behalf of the Bhavan. Were I to ransack the whole library of English literature, I should still find few words of adequate importance to express the gratitude of the Bhavan for the unique honor conferred on it. Gandhi Peace Prize was instituted in 1995 by the Government of India on the occasion of the 125th anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi's birth, as an international award to persons and institutions engaged in social, economic and political transformation through non-violence and other Gandhian methods. World-renowned statesmen like Julius Nyerere, Nelson Mandela, eminent social workers like Baba Amte and Ari Ratne of Sri Lanka, institutions devoted to welfare of the people like the Ramakrishna Mission and the Grameen Bank of Bangladesh are some of the earlier winners of this prize. The Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is proud to become one of the galaxy of such eminent men and institutions. The freedom movement during the first half of the last century kindled in people's mind pride in India's heritage. It's a profound exercise in Atma Vichar, in the Vedas, Upanishads and the epics. It's a deep knowledge of astronomy and Ayurveda handed from generation to generation. It started rejecting the brainwashing indulged by the colonial masters. It was really an era of renaissance. Far-sighted individuals began to bridge the past with the present and to project the present into the future. One of the greatest architects of this thought was Kulapati K. M. Munshi, the great scholar, statesman and visionary of his time. Munshi saw India's history not as a record of dynasties and wars and battles, but as a record of the progress of people in time. He wrote, and I quote, Egypt of the Pharaohs, Greece of Pericles, Iran of Darius, and Rome of Caesar are all dead. Their life and culture are more material for scholarly research. But India has stood the shock of time. Manu, Buddha, Panini, Kautilya are still living influences operating on our life. Kulapati Munshi founded the Bharati Vidya Bhavan in 1938, a decade before independence. He foresaw that independent India would need the binding force of pan-Indian movement, a pan-Indian spirit, and a pan-Indian ethos. Munshi knew that the government and the constitution is one thing, and the people are another. Bharati Vidya Bhavan launched to supplement the political unity of India with its cultural and spiritual unity. Dr. Munshi started a large number of Sanskrit and Vedic schools all over India and imparted values and inculcated concept of Dharma to the children. The Bhavan remembers with reverence the scholar, statesman and visionary Dr. Munshi in this hour of glory. If the Bharati Vidya Bhavan today is the largest non-governmental organization in India. It runs a large number of schools up to standard 12 under the CBSE scheme. The Bhavan school in each area is regarded as the best both in academic and extramural activities in value-based teaching. After seeing one of these schools, a chief minister of a state invited the Bhavan to start one school in every district of his state. In order to provide employment-oriented education, the Bhavan runs 100 institutes such as management, journalism, fine arts, public affairs and administration, foreign languages, computer training. The Bhavan provides free short-term computer training for the weaker sections of society. It's given free. Vocational training in trades like fitters, turners, machinists, etc. are also provided in certain areas. The Bhavan has 5 active centers abroad, in London, in New York, Mexico City, Lisbon and Durban. The overseas kendras disseminate information regarding the Indian culture and promote friendship between the two countries. The London Centre is so popular that years ago, Fenner Brockway, a friend of Gandhiji, donated 60,000 pounds to the Kendra. Recently, the Millennium Commission of the United Kingdom contributed £500,000 for the infrastructure development of the branch at London. The Bhavan has publication division which publishes important old books that have gone out of print, commentaries and annotations of sacred texts, and technological studies in English and other national languages. The Bhavan's publication division has been named by Munshiji as Book University, so that if people, it may spread education among the people who have not had the opportunity to go to colleges and universities. Bhavan has so far published 1,600 titles and more than 2 crores of volumes. Over 1 million copies each of Rajaji's Ramayana and Mahabharata have been sold so far. The Honorable Prime Minister of India came and participated in the ceremony of release of the millionth copy. The Bhavan has published 75 books on Gandhiji to suit the needs of students, scholars, as well as casual readers. The Bhavan has published a monumental work of 11 volumes on history of India, Indian culture and people by eminent historian Dr. R.C. Majumdar and others. The Bhavan also brings out journals in English, in Hindi, Gujarati and Sanskrit, which are having a very wide circulation. One of the major activities of Bhavan is to promote Sarva Dharma Maitri by arranging discourses, lectures of saints belonging to different faiths, bhajans, etc. In London, we have a hall for the interfaith prayers. We have established a Sarva Dharma Maitri Pratishthan to continually attend to the harmony between the different communities. As a recognition of the services for peace and harmony among the communities, Communal Harmony Award 1999 was granted to the Bhavan by the Government of India. All these later developments have occurred after Munshiji's lifetime under the leadership of the Executive Secretary and Director General of the institution, S. Ramakrishnan, who unfortunately passed away on the 14th of February this year. Sri Ramakrishnan dedicated his entire life to the service of the Bhavan. He was one-man encyclopedia on the activities of the Bhavan. After serving Gandhiji as his stenographer and Sardar Patel, Ramakrishnan joined the Bhavan and served for nearly 6 decades. He would have been the fittest person to receive this award on behalf of the Bhavan. The Bhavan follows the footsteps of Gandhiji, Gandhiji's programs or Bhavan's programs. The organization is today totally non-political and free from any bias or prejudice of any kind, linguistic, religious or other. While accepting the nation's highest award, the Gandhi Peace Prize, the management of the Bhavan undertakes to continue to do the service that it has been doing in the past and will endeavor to spread Gandhian ideology of peace, harmony and non-violence among the peoples of the world. The slogan is Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. May all people be happy. Thank you very much.